Hey there! Today we'll be playing Pokemon Sun with only one Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a ghost and fairy type Pokemon with the unique ability Disguise. In Gen 7, Disguise allows the user to take a hit from an attack move once without suffering damage. Mimikyu has a variety of solid learnable and TM moves, so I think I could get creative with their moves if I need to. I don't think we'll have as much trouble as we did during our Azurill only run, but we might run into problems once the trainers start getting bigger teams with Z moves. We use a universal randomizer to change Litten into Mimikyu, so Kukui would have Primarina, probably the hardest for us to fight. It has a calm nature, so its special attack is raised while its defense takes a dip. Not bad considering we get a free hit anyway. Time for our first rival fight. We use Scratch on Pichu and get paralyzed by static. It takes a few turns for it to finally take our disguise away. We come out without much damage, but we're still paralyzed, and Pichu's Growl made our attacks super weak. Rowlet weakens us with Growl and uses Leafage to finish us off. After getting our Rotom dex, we gotta go back to school. As soon as I realized Steel didn't resist Ghost, our teacher was a sweep. We get forced into using our new Hammer Phone, and now it's time for the Lima fight. With our new workup TM, it takes no time at all to just power up and then beat Young Goose and Smeargle with Scratch. Time for our first trial. Team Skull tries to interrupt, but they don't stand a chance. The totem Pokemon Gumshoes, however, is a different story. Their defense gets powered up at the start of the battle, so I gotta use workup to compensate, but we just aren't strong enough to take it out yet. I'm gonna have to level up a bit. On our fourth attempt, we power up twice with workup and get rid of Young Goose, so we aren't taking multiple hits per turn. It was close, but thanks to some lucky move choices by Gumshoes and our Quick Claw, we were able to win and take our first Z Crystal. Z Crystals power up a move of a specific type once per battle. Since the crystal we have is for normal type moves, we can use it on Mimikins right away. Time for the second Howl fight. Pikachu tried lowering our attack with Play Nice and Growl, which was undone by workup. I used the Z move on them to get them within range for a Shadow Sneak. Once Rowlet came out, I used workup again to get our attack up and chipped away at it with Shadow Sneak for the win. Next we fight Kahuna Hala. We start off with some workups into a Shadow Sneak that gets Mankey into red health. They use a Super Potion while we work up again for that necessary extra boost. Crabrawler goes down in 2 Shadow Sneaks. Then we use our Z move to take down Makuhita in 1 shot. Howl fight number 3! We use workup and Shadow Sneak to take out Pikachu. I started with a Z move against Dartrix, but it didn't even take half health. Shadow Sneak allows us to overcome the speed drop from paralysis and beat them in 2 more hits. Latios gives us some exposition and then challenges us. We use workup a few times and use Shadow Sneak to take out Zubat. Type Null goes down to just under half health with a Z move. 2 more scratches are enough to take it out. For our second trial, Lana has us investigate some fish. I used Z workup to raise Mimikin's attack stats several stages and focused on the non-totem Wishy-Washy. They used Soak to turn us into a water type. Not sure why now, since all their hits aren't very effective against us. Alamola though gets called in to help and uses Heal Pulse to keep the totem Pokemon at high health. We're gonna have to grind some more. At level 23 we have a much better run. With Z workup and Feint Attack, we bring Wishy-Washy to half health and use Shadow Sneak to force them to eat their berry. Another Feint Attack takes away their schooling ability, so we follow up with Shadow Sneak to take them down and complete the trial. On the way, we take a detour to the Battle Royale Dome and fight some familiar faces as well as the famous Masked Royal. Our next trial is a dance show of Marowak and David. The totem Pokemon was tough. I couldn't get the damage I needed before getting poisoned and attacked by the totem's allies. On the second try, we get hit with Toxic after we use Z workup. I'm able to take out Salazzle, but they lower my attack so much that I just can't beat Salandit in time. We come back at level 26 and we get a run where Salazzle doesn't use Toxic on turn 1. We power up with Z workup and beat Salazzle in 2 Feint Attacks. On the last possible turn, we get the first move and Feint Attack the remaining Salandit to get our shiny rock. Next, we need to make a delicious stew by mashing! The totem Pokemon, Lurantis, use their power up right away, but thanks to Disguise, it didn't hurt us at all. After several attempts and me thinking it could come down to luck, Mimikyu can't get rid of the confusion from Trumbeak's Supersonic. I think we're gonna need Slash. We use Z workup and Slash to take out Trumbeak before it can confuse us. Lurantis then summons a cast form, but 3 slashes are enough to take care of the both of them. After some delays by Team Skull, we face off against Kahuna Olivia. We start with Z workup as usual, but we get paralyzed in the process. We get down to half health before taking them down with Shadow Sneak. Unfortunately, we can't survive Olivia's Z move. We'll have to try something else. Turns out you can get the TMs for Shadow Claw, Bulk Up, and Safeguard all in the same place, so now I have a new strategy and apparently also Pokerus? I started the battle by using Safeguard to prevent being paralyzed. Then I built up Mimikin's attack and defense with Bulk Up, shutting down any attacks from Nosepass. Then I was able to sweep the rest of her team with Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak. After that, we fought a Space Jellyfish. How? Please stop. For the electric trial, we solve some audio puzzles, and we get paralyzed early and lose our accuracy to Charjabug's Mudslap. But we're lucky enough to take out Vikavolt before it can do a lot of damage. It takes a while, and I wasn't sure we'd ever hit it, but after losing all our accuracy, we get a Shadow Claw to win the trial. I forgot to heal again before fighting Guzma. As expected, when I go in at full HP, I power up with Z Bulk Up and sweep a Shadow Sneak. Time for the Ghost trial, and I knew it! My Mimikyu is totem-sized! It's so huge! Took some grinding to get to this point, but Totem Q wasted a turn using Mimic while we powered up. I took out the Haunter with Shadow Sneak, and we had just enough HP to last us until we could repeatedly use Shadow Claw to win the fight. It turns out there's a required double battle to get into Po Town, so I caught a Wingull back at Melee Island and deleted all of its moves except for Growl. I don't know, I just couldn't find a Magikarp. After googling the 3 passwords, it's time to face Skull Leader Guzma. We both spend a turn powering up, but Mimikyan's is faster, so our Z move takes them out before they can do anything. Ariados hits our disguise as we take them out in 2 hits for a no damage win. Lily went missing, so Gladion got angry, but we put him back in his place real quick. And oh, we're doing the grand trial right now, okay. Playrough takes out Sableye in 1 shot. Even with Intimidate, we can take out Krokorok in 1 shot as well. Their Alolan Persian manages to break our disguise in less than the first Playrough, and get a crit to put us in the red, but we're able to get them with our second Playrough and secure the win. Since most trainers, even at this point, only have 1 or 2 Pokemon at most, we have a pretty easy time getting through all the Aether Foundation employees and Team Skullgrunts. Guzma rematch time. Golisopod tries setting up Swords Dance, but before they can make use of the attack buff, their ability, Emergency Exit, switches them out. Ariados goes down in 2 hits. Once Golisopod comes back in, I use Shadow Claw to finish it off. Masquerain brings us into a dangerous HP range before we take them down. When Pinsir comes out, we use Z Pain Split to steal some of their HP and get a defense buff. Then we can slowly chip them down with Shadow Claw to win the battle. Lusamine summons a bunch of Ultra Beasts, though I don't think my character is caught on yet. Lusamine fight. Clefable goes down in 2 Playroughs. Mismagius and Lilligant are a 1-shot with Shadow Claw. We use Never-Ending Nightmare to beat Milotic in 1 shot, Beware tries lowering our attack with Baby Doll's Eyes, but it doesn't matter as we get a critical Playrough to end it. We take a cruise to Pony Island and get a glimpse of Machamp's magnificent form before taking part in the ancient trial of pushing heavy boulders. Lily hits us with the real questions, and we get a sick new flute. Time for the last grand trial against the newly appointed Kahuna Hapu. Alolan Dugtrio is faster and uses Iron Head to remove Mimikyu's disguise, make them flinch, and then crit us for a knockout on turn 2. We can use our Ghost Z move through Dugtrio, but Mudsdale hits like a truck and takes us out. On our 3rd attempt, we power up with Z Bulk Up, and while Dugtrio sets up Sandstorm, we can one-shot them with Shadow Claw. I get some HP back with Pain Split, but Heavy Slam gets me into the red right away. I risked it all on Shadow Claw and got a lucky crit to take care of Mudsdale. Pain Split really helped me to keep my HP in check and bring both Gastrodon and Flygon within Shadow Claw range. Dragon Trial time. Contrary to the other trials, in this one we just walk straight forward and fight the Komodo line in order. We use Twinkle Tackle on them, but they use Protect to mitigate the damage. A second Playrough took them down. Then we just knocked Scizor over. Lily and I performed our flute recital to summon the Space Lion that will take us to save the President trapped in the Space Jellyfish. We take some turns using Bulk Up to build up our attack and defense, Pain Split to recover the damage, and then sweep the rest with Shadow Claw and Playrough. Space Lion shoots a laser into the President and we pull her out of the Jellyfish. Gladion fight. Before Crobat can poison us, we use Z Bulk Up and Shadow Claw to take them out. Weavile and Lucario both go down in 1 Playrough. So Valai hangs on for a second turn, but 1 more Playrough wins the battle. We ascended the mountain toward our final challenge, and how, please, you're making this difficult. Let's take a look at our stats. Solid attack and speed. Our defense is at 100 right now, so I'm at least happy with that. I think we can take on most things with Bulk Up and Pain Split, but we can change up our moveset a bit if we need. Let me know in the comments if you think we can win at our current level. I decided to start with Ghost Trainer Acerola. On our 4th attempt, I start the battle with Z Bulk Up at the cost of our disguise. Sableye and Delmize go down in 1 Shadow Claw. Frostlass confuses us, but we sweep the rest of our team with Shadow Claw. In our other attempts, we just hit ourselves in confusion and lost. Next up is Hala. We Z Bulk Up at the beginning for the added attack we need for Crab Butter. Without it, we can't one-shot them with Playrough. We steal some HP from Poliwrath and take it out with Shadow Claw. Then I do the same with Primate. Finally, their Beware goes down in 2 Playroughs. I decided to finish off the Kakunas first and went for Olivia. On our 2nd attempt, I used Bulk Up while Relicanth hits us with Yawn. I don't want to be asleep when Lycanroc comes in, so I let Mimikins fall asleep with Relicanth out. They nearly take us out, but Mimikins wakes up in time to finish it off with Shadow Claw. Lycanroc goes down quick. We sap some HP from Carbink to get out of the red and beat it in 2 hits. Probopass paralyzes us, but we're still faster and take it out with Shadow Claw. We're too bulky at this point for Golem to really damage us, so we win the War of Attrition. Flying type trainer Kahili. We run the usual trick of bulking up and splitting the pain until Skarmory is able to be taken down with a Shadow Claw. Then once we've had enough HP sapped from our Pokemon, it was a clean Shadow Claw sweep. Last is the champion battle against Professor Kukui. I immediately start using Bulk Up as this is going to be a long battle. Mimikins skillfully dodged a Stone Edge or 2, so we got through Lycanroc with relatively no struggle. We heal off Magnezone, who puts us down to 2 HP in a dream. The defense buffs keep us out of the red as we deal with Braviary. Snorlax's massive HP stat lets us Pain Split back to full health while they can't do much to us even with Heavy Slam. If Kukui sent out Ninetales earlier, we would have lost, but we take those. I saved my Z move for Primarina for the one-shot to beat Kukui and beat the game at a nice level 69. Thank you so much for watching! I really liked this challenge and how it let me use a variety of movesets to take on some more difficult battles. Plus, Mimikyu's my favorite Pokemon, so I might might have to try this in Sword and Shield sometime. If you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe for more, and let me know if there's any Pokemon challenges you want to see me try. Have a day, y'all!
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.